Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Behind the Scenes with Marine Corps League, past National Commandants. I'm your host, Sergeant Major Retired Mario P. Fields, and I am excited for tonight's event. So let's not wait. Let's get ready to meet our amazing guests.
And welcome. I'm Johnny Baker, the 64th National Commandant of the Marine Corps League. I'm retired Sergeant Major from 1969 to 1999, and my last duty assignment was Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort, South Carolina, as the base Sergeant Major. Welcome and enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much. And from one retired Sergeant Major to another, I salute you. I truly appreciate you. And next we have Commandant Paul Hastings from 1979 to 1981.
Thank you, Sergeant Major Mario. My name is Paul Hastings. I was medically retired after 22 years in the United States Marine Corps. Joined 1 March 1950, retired 1 April 1972. I joined the Marine Corps League in retirement from active duty. I was elected the 39th National Commandant in 1979 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Served 2 terms as National Commandant.
Paul, welcome. Thank you, Semper Fi, my friend. Again, blessed to have you. And the next Commandant we had was from 2001 to 2003, John P. Toohey.
Good evening. My name is John Toohey, and I was the 53rd National Commandant of the Marine Corps League during the years 2001 to 2003. I'm originally from the Bronx in New York City and attended boot camp in the lovely resort of Parris Island, South Carolina. I served from 1955 to 1959, was initially assigned to the infantry, and ended my tour of duty in data systems. I welcome you and welcome aboard.
Welcome, John. I tell you, you left Parris Island in good hands and good shape. I know when I went there, it was still a wonderful vacation. And you guys know I'm joking. Welcome. And then from 2003 to 2005, Commandant Helen Hicks. Welcome.
Welcome. Good to see everybody this evening. Yes, Parris Island was still great, John, when I left it. When I left the Marine Corps, I transitioned into law enforcement and retired after 30 years. I joined the Marine Corps League in 1988 and was elected National Commandant of the Marine Corps League in 2003 and served through 2005. Good evening.
Helen, good evening, and thank you for your continued service. Not only did you serve our nation in the Marines, but then you got out and did almost 30 years protecting our citizens of the United States of America. So thank you so much for your continued service. Truly appreciate it. And then for 2012, ladies and gentlemen, 2014, Commandant James Toohey.
Good evening. I served in the Marine Corps from 1965 to 1968, and I was part of a machine gun unit with the 1st Battalion, 26 Marines, and I got a nice ride across the pond with the Navy. After my return to the United States, I served the next 2 years, or my last 2 years, as a corrections CO at Portsmouth Naval Prison, the Disciplinary Command, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Once I left the Marine Corps, I entered into computers and spent the next 30 years in data processing. I'm glad to be here with you this evening. I served from 2012 to 2014 as your National Commandant, elected in Mobile, Alabama in 2012, joined the Marine Corps League in March 1970, been a continuous member ever since. welcome aboard.
Oh, thank you so much. And, you know, we can't do much without that blue-green team. And so I'm glad you had a chance to soften up the naval vessel so folks like me could have a better ride. and before I go to the next introduction, got some comments from the audience, our wonderful audience. You know, comments says respect to you all. All right. Hoorah, Commandant Baker. And of course, Semper Fi, Sergeant Major Fields. But again, the audience is live. They respect you all. And they're already making comments. So I just want to make sure that we get that in there. And last but not least, what an amazing group of leaders. The Marine Corps honors your service, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are amazing. And this is wonderful. So from 2017 to 2019, Commandant Wendell W. Webb.
Good evening, everyone. I entered in the Marine Corps in December of 1963 and served through the end of February of 1968. I reached the rank of sergeant. I was a 2831, 2861 in communications. I've been 31 years in the Marine Corps League, and I spent 42 plus years in the defense aerospace industry after I got out of the Marine Corps. And I served from 2017 to 2019 as the Commandant of the Marine Corps League.
1960, you know, that is amazing. I mean, what history and illustrious records of experience sitting right in front of us. Too bad it's virtually, but I can feel the motivation and inspiration through my computer screen and my camera. So I truly appreciate you. Some more comments. Semper Fi from Charleston, South Carolina. Proud Low Country, number 803 Marine Corps lead member. Hoorah. So we got some other comments. Jacqueline Barnum. Awesome. This is so amazing. You guys already got the screen rocking and rolling, and we haven't even gotten to the discussions so people can get behind the scenes. This is amazing. So from 2019, ladies and gentlemen, 2019 to 2021, we have Commandant Dennis Tobit.
Good evening, everyone. I served in the Marine Corps on active duty from 1970 to 1972. When I retired, I went into the New York City Police Department, where I served 20 years. 1996, I believe, I joined the Marine Corps League, and I've been there ever since. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, Dennis. And the one thing Dennis haven't told you guys, he's got a sense of humor. He definitely has a sense of humor, and he made me laugh all night last night. So, you know, humor is good medicine. So I truly appreciate that, Dennis. And thank you for your continued service at 20 years in law enforcement after serving in the Marines. Truly appreciate you. And then we have our honorary past national commandant, Barry. Right, we got Barry Georgopoulos. I'm sorry, sorry, Barry. You got me so motivated. Georgopoulos, you guys got me so pumped. But Barry Georgopoulos, talk to us.
Well, I joined the Marine Corps in 1961 to 81. The retired Master Sergeant. Joined the Marine Corps League in 1970. And so that was about 52 years ago, almost going on 52. And been a major part of my life and my family's life for all those years. Very enjoyable part of it.
Barry, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, the cool thing about Barry Georgopoulos, he's at the end of this show, he's actually going to get a chance, because I'm going to ask him to let you guys know, how did he become an honorary past national commandant? That is something special. Again, our esteemed guest, welcome to tonight. We truly appreciate you, and I honor you. And I think I'm speaking on behalf of our live audience. And so I want to welcome and thank our live audience, not only on the parade deck, but across all of our social media channels. I mean, we have a lot of channels. The reach is over 1 million, and we couldn't do this without you tuning in. This event, though, is made possible by our wonderful sponsors. Luke's Wings, that's our title sponsor, and Fortis Life Group. Thank you so much. Without your sponsorship, it would be a little bit more difficult to make this amazing event happen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any questions throughout this show or comments, you guys already started putting them in the chat. Please type them in the chat again. I remind you, we will have time to answer them throughout this event, and we will have a question and answer session at the end. And one of the most important things, don't forget to follow us on the parade deck at www.paradedeck.com. That's www.paradedeck.com. So tonight, I will take you behind the scenes. Number one, to honor some amazing United States Marine Corps leaders and their legacies, and to gain a better understanding of what the Marine Corps League Commandants actually do and the impact they make on thousands of people. And what an honor to be hosting such an elite group of Marines at some point represented the Marine Corps League in their journey of life, which is amazing nonprofit. Or if you guys don't know, the Marine Corps League is an amazing nonprofit organization, congressionally chartered and approved by the 75th U.S. Congress and signed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt on August 4th, 1937. That's amazing. But watch this one. Check this out. The organization credits, you guys ready? Little virtual drum roll, Major General John A. Lejeune, the 13th Marine Corps Commandant, as one of its founding members. Amazing. So hey, let's get started. Let's get right to the discussions. Let's start out with the youngster of the group, the current Commandant, Sergeant Major retired. Baker, welcome. Welcome, Johnny. I think, what, you're 30?
39. Thank you, Mario.
You look 99.
It is great to be here tonight. I'm not the youngest. Dennis is the youngest, but I'm the newest Commandant.
Yeah, you're the best looking.
Yeah, you know, right. So you look good. There's hope for Mario P. Fields, guys. There's hope for Mario P. Fields. But so Johnny, what are some new initiatives you are working on behind the scenes?
Well, I don't think any of my initiatives are new because we've had a strong Marine Corps League for many years. But some of the areas that I'm really focused on this year is all of our projects and everything that we're encountered with the Marine Corps. One of the newest ones, though, and I thought about this in detail, one of the newest one is the Marine for Life program and the prevention program that's coming up that we're just now getting started. And I'm really excited about that. It's just another way of helping our Marines come off of active duty, get them back into the communities, make a difference to their communities, and get them involved with the Marine Corps League. If we can just get them into the door that first time, shake their hand, welcome them back home to their own communities, that's what it's all about. So the initiative is to get our Marines from off active duty, get them incorporated back into their hometowns and their communities to make a difference in each of their communities and welcome back home. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to concentrate on right now and that we are concentrating on is Marine for Life. It gets them jobs, get them back in school, get them a house to live in, back in their communities. And the prevention side is make sure they're mentally healthy, ready to be a part of society again. So that's the most important thing I'm excited about right now, Mario.
No, that's a big deal. You know, I work for Department of Labor and I support transitioning service members and families. And we're always looking for those critical organizations, right? Organizations that leverages resources and collaborate with stakeholders to help our service member transition back in the private sector. And the Marine Corps League is leading that effort across the globe. Johnny, that's refreshing for me to hear. Truly appreciate it. And before I move on to the next discussion, we got some comments here, Johnny. We got Jeff Strauss. How are you doing, Johnny? So Jeff is saying, how are you doing, my friend, from the virtual world?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah. And then also somebody said, let's see, Marine OCS says, let the hackling begin, right? So I think some folks are probably going to come in and poke you guys a little bit, but that's awesome. And then Jacqueline Barnum, yes, your emphasis on mental health is so important. The focus on mental health, the comments came in, so important. And then we got an oorah from Armed Angel, a little oorah. Can we give Armed Angel oorah back? This is awesome. So Commandant Paul Hastings, you served from 1979 to 1981. Were duties back then different than today?
Well, let me start off, Sergeant Major. by thanking Commandant Baker and Sergeant Major Mario, Andrew Appleton, and the team for putting this program on. I think it's very good. The duties back then were not much different. And during my 2 years of term as a National Commandant, we had three main objectives. First one being membership, the second one being the magazine, and the third one being the planning for the first Marine Corps League Expo, which was held in 1981, Tucson, Arizona. And the membership, what we did was we went out and contacted a professional organization to do a mailing to all the retired Marines that had a record of, or we were able to obtain a record of. And we increased the membership of the Marine Corps League from 1979, which was just less than 14,000 members, to the end of my term of office, we increased it by 50%. We were over 21,000 members. So we were pretty successful in the membership program that we conducted. The magazine program, we tried to bring that up to a bi-monthly basis, what we call a Proud Tradition magazine. That particular program didn't work out too well. We did get it down to quarterly, but ended up not getting enough sponsors for the magazine to keep that particular Proud Tradition going. The third major project I had during my 2 years was planning for the first Marine Corps League Expo at Tucson, Arizona in 1981. We pulled that off, but we had some serious problems. As you know, when President Reagan came in 1981, he fired all the traffic controllers. So we had some serious problems whether we were even going to have a national convention in 81. So we went out and got insurance from Lloyd's of London to make sure we had our butts covered if that thing didn't come off, because we had folks coming in from all over the world. We had Canada come down with one of their VSTOL aircraft that landed right on the parking lot at the hotel. So we had a successful first Marine. So that's about to answer your question, I think every the commandants had pet projects they'd like to get done during their terms of office.
Wow.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Paul. And before I give you my response, I got a comment here from Eric Sandoval. Marine Corps League has done and continue to do great things for veterans. We are looking to join our fellow nonprofits to do more for more veterans. Again, you got folks coming in all over the world, give you guys the respect. This is awesome. Thanks again, Eric Sandoval, and an esteemed colleague with me as well. Helping service members transition to the private sector. Paul, the one thing I love what you highlighted is the resilience. The Marine Corps League and the leader, the Marines that represent this amazing nonprofit, the resilience that when things didn't work out, keep going. The expo didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Keep going. And look at today, 2022. And here we have an amazing organization that's still growing. And I think after tonight, we're going to double our membership. I think we're going to do that. Thank you so much. So Commandant John P. Toohey, every year there are thousands of Marines and family members transitioning, and we just kind of hit on it out of the Marine Corps. But it's a struggle, right? It's a struggle. They're leaving the tribe, the Marine Corps tribe, and they're disconnected from the Marine Corps. How does the Marine Corps League continue to help bring Marines and sailors that serve with Marines and families, right? Those FMF sailors and families, connect them back to the tribe?
Well, to start with, Sergeant Major, we attempt to introduce them, first of all, to the local Marine Corps League detachment. That's where their brothers are. That's where the tribe is. We're the locals. We're the ones that can supply them with the needs they need, whether they don't need to know where the hospitals are, their local doctors, where the employment is, who's hiring, and just to keep them close so that, after 2, 4, 6 years on active duty,
right,
they're a tribe. And we want them to still belong to the Marine Corps tribe. And so we keep very, very close association with our separated Marines and their families. And there's times when some of those families need monetary assistance, and we're there for them to do the best that we can.
No, thank you so much. And there's a comment from Gladys McCoy, and I think Gladys is talking about you know, Helen and the gentleman here. Great, great looking group of Marines, Semper Fidelis to my brothers and sister. So you guys are the great looking ones. I'm just the one that's trying to like get on your level, right? Yeah. So
It's the cover, Mario.
John, thank you, Commandant, right? John, thank you so much for highlighting the importance of creating job opportunities and creating opportunities for transitioning service members, right? Marines and family members to expand their network in the private sector outside of the military, to create those opportunities that they might not even know exist. But you got Marine Corps League members connecting them locally to their communities, bridging that gap so they can continue to be successful and continue to live in a wonderful nation that we live in. So I truly appreciate what you guys do. Helen, Commandant Hicks, during deployments and many challenges, right, Marine Corps families encountered, something I was thinking about, how have the Marine Corps League, in your eyes, provided support? Maybe some of the hospitals, I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Well, I know that when we started over there in the desert, we got an invitation to go visit at Bethesda Naval Hospital there. And we did. And it was a marvelous thing that we did.
Wow.
We visited with those young men. And usually we went into the room and a girlfriend or fiance or wife was sitting on the bed and the mom or dad was in the room also. And it really helped them know that we were there for them. And later on, a detachment there in Maryland adopted that hospital, and they provided everything those young Marines could possibly need, from laptop computers to sweatpants, whatever.
Right.
And the second thing I think we did and do and continue to do, and Johnny Baker, our commandant, just mentioned it. That same week or so, I was invited to General Bergman's office down at Quantico to discuss the beginning of the Marine for Life program. He was trying to get it kicked off, but we were 7 reservists short. And he asked if we could assist with 7 people to answer the phones in those various places. And I assured him, naturally, I'm confident. Yes, sir, we'll have those names and telephone numbers back to you by tomorrow morning.
Right.
We did actually do that. So we were able to help kick off the original Marines Helping Marines program, Marine for Life program.
Mario, I got to toot her horn if you don't mind real quick. This is Johnny.
Absolutely. This is discussion. Absolutely.
I was with Helen from 94 to 96 out in Dallas, Texas when I was stationed there. And Helen was the perfect person in Dallas, Texas to take care of veterans. We used to send our Marines reservists out there and help with some of their houses where she housed some of the veterans that needed help. And this lady is a saint. And so I know someday in the big sky up yonder, she's going to be one of the sainthood. So a lot of appreciation goes to Helen Hicks for sure. I really wanted to say that to everybody.
Hoorah, Helen.
They don't know those things.
Hoorah.
Thank you very much.
Commandant Baker, thank you so much. And Commandant Hicks, again, just highlighting what you did during that time of need in Bethesda and representing not just the Marine Corps, but the Marine Corps League and just doing that, making an impact during some very challenging times. Amazing. And also we have another great question. So a comment and then great question. So one, it says, how does one become a Marine Corps League National Commandant? Are there qualifications? Panel, anyone can take that question.
Helen, tell us how you became Commandant, Helen.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah.
You start out at I'll answer it. You start out at your detachment level and you learn everything you can about each of the offices there and serve in each one of those offices. do everything you need to, from parades to funerals to whatever. Then you move up in your division, which we have, I believe, 10 divisions. Am I right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Then you work in your division, which represents, in my case, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. You learn everything you need to know. And when you are a division vice commandant, you become a member of the board of trustees of the Marine Corps League. So you work really, really hard to get that achieved, and you are elected, of course, by the body assembled. And then you work really, really hard there. And then you are welcome to run for any national office you desire.
Yeah. And Mario,
And
many of us serve on the committees at the national level, and it gives us a experience of the different committees, bylaw committees, or the different committees we have. So the more work you can get at the national level, get you out there and get you to understanding the big picture. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. No, thank you. Thank you for that answer. Thank you for those responses. Also have another comment I would like to highlight from Tom Muse. I actually served with Tom Muse, and so he's a veteran. Simplified Tom, he's tuning in, and he says, here, Devils, right? You're absolutely right. We have a great need, essentially for returning vets, right? Among returning vets, a great need. So it's refreshing, again, to have this first ever live show where we have, amazing leaders to show the world that we have this wonderful, wonderful nonprofit organization called Marine Corps League that does more than what we can imagine. So, Tom, thanks for putting that in there. And now you got it live, and we're going to continue to expand this ability to support service members and families. So Commandant Toohey, James Toohey, volunteering is important because it enables individuals, just my belief, to help others in a selfless way. What are some volunteer opportunities available through the Marine Corps League?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked me that. First off, our VA hospitals and outpatient clinics are always in need of volunteers. Positions such as shuttle drivers who transport veterans and visitors to and from the parking lot to the front door of the hospital or clinic. This service is greatly appreciated, especially during inclement weather and those that time walking long distances. How about cafeteria helpers? They help clean off the tables, emptying trash receptacles. Others giving directions to the various clinics in the hospital, assisting veterans in checking in for appointments, transporting wheelchair patients to and from appointments, visiting the hospitalized or nursing home patients just to have a friendly chat, see if they need anything. Help them pass the time, especially those that may not have frequent visitors. Volunteers are always in need and much appreciated at our veterans facilities. Many Marine Corps League detachments have honor guards that volunteer at the national and local cemeteries, rendering final honors to our veterans. For instance, my own detachment performs an average of some 105 funeral services per year. Think about that. That's a lot of volunteer time. They participate in various community events also, such as marching in parades, posting colors at community events, raising funds for veterans projects. The need for volunteers in our local communities is always a welcome sight. In the local community, volunteers can be found at the hospital, at the information desk, providing information on patient rooms, at the surgery floor, signing in patients for surgery, providing updates on patient progress, at the local Red Cross blood drives, signing donors up and monitoring them after donating. Volunteers at church, ushers, lectors, visiting the sick and housebound parishioners. There are volunteer opportunities for everybody. And I would say, please get involved, get out there in your community. Thank you.
Commandant Toohey, first of all, absolutely. Second, I just went to the VA hospital here in Wilmington and had a medical procedure done. And it was the most warm and inviting environment. And I had no idea that probably the majority of those veterans in there were volunteers. I had no idea you could volunteer at your local VA hospitals, literally. And that is amazing. And the stress and anxiety I had with this procedure went away as soon as I walked in and met those veterans. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You heard the plethora of volunteer opportunities. if you can't find a volunteer opportunity,
There's a
go
problem.
to your nearest Marine Corps League. Come on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Get in
Thank you,
there. Even if
Sergeant.
you want to work on your spiritual foundation, you can even volunteer at churches through the Marine Corps League. Come on.
That easy.
Yeah. So we got a wonderful comment from Jacob Burton. I'm very grateful. All right, this is awesome. I'm very grateful for the Marine Corps League. Thank you for putting this forum together. We could not have done this without our gracious sponsors, the audience tuning in, and most importantly, this panelist of amazing Marines. So thank you guys, and thank you for those comments. Another question, team, real fast. What type of memberships are there, and how do people sign up?
I'll answer that one for you, Mario, real quick. Is one, if you got a computer, got an email address, type in an email to tribe, TRIBE, at mcleague.org, and somebody will get back with you real soon. But there's two types of memberships. There's regular memberships and associates. Regular memberships for those Marines and sailors that served with the Marine Corps, and they are active regular members. And anyone else that's interested in our way of life is associate members, and that's your ladies, your other services and things of that nature. But go to our website, www.mclnational.org, and we'd be happy to help you out.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Commandant Baker. You guys see it on the screen. There's a call to action where you can get upfront information, become a member. There's different levels, different categories. Just join this amazing team. Also, I want to give an hoorah back to Jeremy Nixon. Said, "Rah, hoorah." So hoorah back on three. When I say count to three, can we give him an hoorah back? 1, 2, 3.
Hoorah!
I tell you, this is fun. This is fun. So Commandant Webb, I believe a loss of life can always be difficult, some challenging times. And so how does the Marine Corps League come in and support Marines and their families, maybe during a process when someone may just pass away and that was a Marine?
Well, before my tour, Marine Corps League had quite a few funeral honor teams across the country. But during my tour, Commandant Neller contacted me and said, "We need your help and the Marine Corps League's help. We want to have you do the Marine funerals all across the country because we don't have enough I&I staff. We will provide 2 uniformed Marines, and we'd like the Marine Corps League to do the rifle detail and the bugle." So we put our team together, got all of our division vices, reached out to all the departments and the detachments, and put together a very large team of Marines and stuff that do funeral honors. On top of that, outgrowth of that was also Marine Corps League Color Guard. And that's been a very positive thing in our communities.
Right.
But for our funeral detail, we do funerals all across the country. Here where I live in eastern part of Missouri, we have a Jefferson Barracks, a national cemetery. There's been times when I go down to do funeral honors, we'll have 3 Marine Corps League teams down there. Each one of us would do 7 funerals a day. So we would do 21 funerals in one day at Jefferson Barracks. Plus we do them locally in our community, the churches and the funeral homes. They're all on board right now. And in my state, we actually have to have training and videotape to make sure they come out and video us doing a funeral. So we're always on top for the right uniform, the right procedures, and the correct thing. And then if the I&I staff cannot show up, we also do the flag folding and the presentation of the colors to the spouse or the children and stuff of the Marine veteran or any veteran.
No, thanks so much. And and it brings, that's always a tough moment, right? At any type of funeral. But I have witnessed even myself that brings just a comforting moment, especially to a family that just doesn't know what to do, and how to honor that veteran, that Marine veteran. And Marine Corps League comes in and fills that void and fills that gap. Truly appreciate that. Makes it, put a positive twist on something that could be very emotional. And we have a question from the audience. We have a question. Can someone explain kind of what's on the cover? The Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. I think someone wants to know kind of what's on the cover, what's on the headdress.
Go ahead, Dennis.
What's on the headdress? What's the question? What kind of headdress is that?
I saw that question and said, this is a Marine Corps League cover. Over here is the Eagle Globe and Anchor. On this side over here, let me take it off. It says Marine Corps League. The white on the top signifies a past national commandant. It's also on an honor society of the Marine Corps League, which is the military order of the Devil Dogs. And that patch is on there when you become a member and are a member of the military order of the Devil Dogs.
Explain
Now,
that. Explain the left side embroidery.
Oh, the embroidered on the other side here is National Commandant and the year served. That's that there.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Mr. Babcock, for your question and participating as well. Truly,
Sergeant Major?
Truly, yes.
I just to add to what PNC Jim Toohey said, we have two other covers also. There's a cover that's entirely red, which is a detachment cover, and you wear that when you're a member of the detachment. When you elevate to the department level or the state level, then the bottom part of the cover is red and the crown is gold. That indicates a department officer. When you go up one step further to the division level, then your cover is completely gold, and that's the four covers that we have in the Marine Corps League.
Wow.
You got the all white one.
Well,
Yeah, the all white one. Wake up.
There's only one white cover, and National Commandant Johnny Baker is adorning that this evening.
I have to interrupt and let you know there are two people who wear the white cover in the Marine Corps League.
Yes.
And that is our honorary National Commandant, General Alfred Gray. Right, guys?
Yes.
Let me say that I am so proud that I put that Colonel Gray's head while I was National Commandant in 2002. So that was an honor for me to do that, and an honor for him to accept that as an honorary Commandant of the Marine Corps League.
Wow. That is amazing. We have another question. Again, the amazing audience, they're bringing them in. Can enlisted and officers join during active duty service?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We encourage it, actually, because sometimes they need that tribe before when they go to their next duty station. You'd be surprised what all we can do. It prepares them for that next step of life after the Marine Corps. It gives them a purpose and a place to go. So absolutely, they have the same rights and privileges as one of us retirees or just somebody that served a few years.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys heard it. You don't have to wait until you become a veteran, right? You can join on active duty, and it doesn't matter if you're an officer or enlisted. I mean, amazing. You know, one thing that I know that I enjoyed during my Marine Corps journey, and even after living close to a Marine Corps installation, right, is that family environment. You know, Commandant Tobin, you know, again, that family atmosphere. What's the secret? What's the secret? How does the Marine Corps League keep that family environment, my friend?
Well, let me say this. It's not hard. It's not easy. There's so many Marines out there that still don't know who we are. And as every past National Commandant has said, membership and getting these Marines interested in us and getting to know who we are has been a very difficult task. I think it's gotten better over the last few years. And it's basically just being able to talk to them. You know, we've tried, don't force them to come to meetings. Just tell them to join. We're here if you need us, your family. We're here to help anybody we can. You know, and that was one of my goals when I first became National Commandant. I have the distinction of having a very interesting 2 years when I was Commandant. My first year, my goal, of course, was membership and trying to get the Marine Corps more involved in getting the word out who we were. That went so-so. Another thing I tried to do was expand the expo. We wanted to expand our expo, make it bigger and better. And so,
Right.
with a little help from current, who's now the current commandant, and I forgot his name, General Regner, we managed to sit down with General Morgan and get the Marine Corps Association involved. We ended up signing a partnership with them. So that helped us a lot. One of my major goals was to bring the Marine Corps League into the 21st century, to learn how to use computers, to do things electronically, to get away from letters and stamps. And I had a lot of help with that. I had an outstanding board of trustees, and I had a little thing called the pandemic that really helped me. People have asked me, do I feel like I got cheated because I lost a year? But I say, where did I lose a year? The Marine Corps League cannot shut down because of the pandemic. But my board of trustees and with some outstanding department and detachment officers, we went right to work, figured out what are we going to do next. We put out emergency elections, emergency meetings, virtual meetings, Zoom meetings. And that's carried over into today. And it was a hard year. There was no traveling. You couldn't go anywhere. And if you went somewhere, you couldn't get back to your home state, which probably on my part wasn't a bad thing. If they didn't let me back in New York, that would have been great. But it was an interesting 2 years, and I enjoyed the heck out of it.
No, I appreciate, and the interesting thing is, I mean, I just met this entire group, last 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. And I feel like we've known each other forever. So I can only imagine, how, how it would be in person if we all met. So thank you so much. And I feel like it's a family. And I know that everyone that if you join tonight, we have so many members, but once you join, you just got another family. And then, ladies and gentlemen, our honorary past national commandant, right? Georgiopolis Commandant, Barry in front of that. How did it happen?
It was just a cumulative matter, as all the other past commandants started out at the national level. In 1979. In 1983, I was a division vice commandant. They talked about on the National Board of Trustees for Rocky Mountain Division, which is my state of Colorado is a part of. And then just over the next 20, 30 years, a lot of activity, probably 20 years budget and finance. From the founding of the Marine Corps League Foundation, the first 14 years it existed, I was on the board, and I was president for 6 years. And I guess all those things just accumulated at some point in time where somebody felt that I deserved that honor and submitted my name to the PNC Society, who okayed it to go to the floor at the National Convention, who subsequently approved it. So it was every bit of it. And you talked about the family involvement and what have you. Is one big family, and the camaraderie and the brotherhood, not just of Marines, but over the many, many years of national conventions, you gradually develop, people you call friends and close friends from every state in the country, just about. And you look forward to seeing them every year at a convention, as does your family. Your wife's in the auxiliary, meeting the other Marines' wives in the auxiliary every year.
Right.
And I have a real quick story about Jim Toohey, that I'm sure he's familiar with. About 15 years ago, Had a young lady come up to me at the convention and said, "Are you Mr. Georgopoulos?" I said, "Yes." She said, "You have a son, Dan?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, he gave me my first kiss at the National Convention in Colorado Springs in 1984. And that was 25 years previous. So I didn't know my youngest son was such a good kisser.
Well, if he's got some Marine blood in him, then you know the deal. He's got resilience, he's got perfection, right? He's got some enthusiasm, and he's going to make sure that if he's going to kiss anybody, he's going to be the #1 kisser in the world. So truly, and that was a simplified too on the end of that one. So got a nice comment before we move on. When I see what good our detachment does in Tennessee and multiply that good by every detachment across the country, I know the Marine Corps League is a juggernaut of good. And we definitely need some goodness in the world today, ladies and gentlemen. Before we continue with the show, I would like to thank, our title sponsor. I would like to provide an opportunity for you all to learn more about our title sponsor.
It blew my mind that moms and wives were there taking care of their sons and daughters. And now we're doing 1,000 flights a year. On behalf of everybody at Luke's Wings, we are so excited to have you at this year's Luke's Wings Heroes Gala, honoring our wounded, ill and injured service members, as well as our veterans and our fallen officers. Dust off those tuxedos and get ready for one heck of a great night. Register now to attend or sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, such an impact. I mean, what an amazing organization, Luke's Wings. I mean, and on April 30th, they will host their 9th annual Heroes Gala in Washington, D.C. This gala will honor and benefit wounded, ill, and injured service members and those who support them, right? Those caretakers, those network of supporters who take care of our wounded, ill, and injured. You can purchase your tickets today right at lukeswings.org. That's lukeswings.org. We thank you again, Luke's Wings, for being a gracious sponsor. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. So our last round of questions or discussions, I like to call them discussions. Can you share, and we'll start off with Commandant Baker, can you share one memorable story with us tonight that you experienced during your time as the Marine Corps League National Commandant for you, Commandant Baker?
Well, that's a good one, Mario. I do really have a good story. This is past February, March. We were up in Norfolk, Virginia for our midwinter convention. And we had this young 25, 26-year-old young Marine lady that came in to be our guest speaker, one of our guest speakers, a motivational speaker, 25, 26, 27 years old from Colorado. She was back east, just recently had a baby. She was so embraced and so impressed with the Marines out in Colorado that she had to join the tribe. And during her motivational speech with us, 400 or 500 Marines up in Norfolk this past couple months ago, she just laid it out to us. And I wish you all could have heard her speech about how it made her feel of those local Marines taking her under their wing, making sure she was taken care of, make sure she returned to the tribe. And I have never been so pleased. And I think there was a lot of us that shed a tear that day for the appreciation of what she told us and how she felt about the Marine Corps League. You look around this room here of all these Marines, that's the legacy of the Marine Corps League. We are the legacy. I'm the current commandant, and these past commandants that's in this room with us is the legacy of where the Marine Corps was and where we're going tomorrow. But without those young Marines believing in what we're doing, we will never flourish like we need to. So we need that 25, 26-year-old young Marine lady, a young male Marine, whoever, to come and visit the tribe and see how they're embraced. To me, that's the most important thing that we can do in life. We have so many programs out there that we can make a difference, and we really do need the membership to come in. We need the younger generation and see what we have to offer them. So Semper Fi to that, Mario. I appreciate everything you've done in that, and really appreciate, and that's really how I feel about what we're doing here at the national level. Thank you.
No, Semper Fi back, Commandant Baker. I truly appreciate it. And just like you said, tonight's event is amazing, and it could not have happened without our other sponsor, Fortis Life Group, again, allowing us to do some amazing things. Our title sponsor, Luke's Wings, and our other sponsor, Fortis Life Group. You guys are amazing. Again, we truly appreciate you, your gracious support for this event. I can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. So the next story that's just so impactful, Commandant Hastings.
Say again, Mario, I missed you, sir.
No worries. Again, can you share, as we get ready to kind of close out tonight, can you share a memorable moment during your time as the Commandant?
Just everything I do is memorable, Mario. If you embrace what you're doing, if you believe in helping other people, I believe I'm a servant leader, and servant leadership is what the Marine Corps League is all about. If we can take that servant leadership and apply it at all levels in the Marine Corps League, we'll be better for it. So if you're trying to get into a tribe, back into your community, let that tribe, let that local community, let that local Marine Corps League detachment help you get back into the fold, back into the tribe. So the lady that I was talking about earlier, her name is Christina Hadwin Zigna, and she's the owner of the Extraordinary Warriors, and so proud of her. And you should really embrace what we're doing. And if you take that one young lady's experience with the Marine Corps League, we will have a lot more Marine Corps League members. Thank you, Mario.
No, thank you so much, Commandant Baker. And the interesting thing is I had a chance to interview that wonderful young lady on one of my podcast episodes. So not only do I agree with you, I personally experienced the efforts in meeting that young lady. So this is just amazing. Does any other members, we got a couple of minutes before we close it out, any other members, all right, any other past national commandants have any stories they want to share with the audience?
I have one.
Mario, can I say something? Mario? Hello, go ahead, John.
Absolutely.
You're older than me. Go ahead, John. You're up.
One of the things I was most proud of as the national commandant was, you heard us say earlier that we have two levels of membership. We have associate members and we have regular members. And Marines all love their FMF corpsmen and chaplains. And for many years, we tried to pass a bylaw that would allow FMF corpsmen and chaplains to become regular members of the Marine Corps League. Prior to that, they were only allowed to join as associate members. And I'm very proud to say that on my watch in 2002, we finally got enough votes passed to approve the bylaw change that FMF corpsmen were now regular members of the Marine Corps League.
Wow. Wow, that is amazing. Anyone else?
Mario, can the young guy jump in here?
Absolutely. This is, I'm smiling already.
One thing I just want to jump into, if you notice on this side, the devil dog patch on our covers, right? Something maybe a lot of people don't know about, but the devil dogs are a part of the Marine Corps League, the Fun and Honor Society. You have to be a Marine Corps League member before you can join the military order of devil dogs. They have meetings at detachment at the local, state, and national level, just like the league has. But through donations and monies collected at their meetings, every year at our national convention, whatever state we're in, whatever city they're in, they take a very large check and they donate it to that local children's hospital in that city. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last year in Illinois, didn't they give close to $75,000?
Yes.
Does anybody remember?
Yes.
I think they donated close to $75,000 to that local children's hospital in Illinois, and they're looking to go over $75,000 this year when we go to Daytona.
Wow.
So it's an outstanding job. Still Marine Corps League members, just a little fun and honor society that does a little bit extra to get our name out there, and I think it's a good job they do.
Wow. Yeah, this is amazing. Next, who else? Hey,
Mario,
Mario, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the Marine Corps League does have a ladies auxiliary also. So we have a very large, very good organized ladies auxiliary portion of the Marine Corps League, and I will make sure that we support them just as well as they support us every day throughout the nation.
absolutely, very important.
I have an interesting story.
Yeah, there we go.
The young Marines came to convention, and we were all getting our pictures taken. And I told the young people who I was. I said, but just think of me as your grandmother. And they thought that's kind of cool. So then when I went out to Arizona, they all met me, a group of young Marines, at the airport with roses and what have you. And then we took off for PNC Eddie McIntyre's house for SOS breakfast. PNC died not very long ago. But anyway, we went out there. Well, they waited for me to try the SOS. It never occurred to me they hadn't had it before. So I got a little saucer from Mrs. McIntyre and gave a little bit to every one of them. Well, they loved it so much that she's back in the kitchen making more of it. So 3 or 4 years went by, and I was in the airport, and I heard somebody say, grandmother. Well, I am a grandmother, so I turned around, and it was one of the young Marines that had been there that was now going across the country to go to college. And that just blew me away. The young Marines are one of the greatest things we support.
You better believe it.
That's awesome. Any more before we answer some questions in the chat before we close out this amazing event? The virtual floor is yours.
I guess the biggest thing for me, I've had so many different great events and stuff in my career in the Marine Corps League, but I think working with the young Marines and modern day Marine, working with young Marines in the neighborhood and in the areas and across the country, and getting them together to start fire teams in the Marine Corps League and joining is a great opportunity to pass it on and allow them to pick up and carry on what we have started many years ago.
Totally important.
I think that every one of us past national commandants always had an open door policy. Day, night, whatever. We would take phone calls. Marine needed assistance. Somebody would be there. Well, I remember the story of one Marine traveling cross country, and his car broke down. And he called and asked if there were any Marines in the area. And we looked it up, and he said, yeah, there is. Hang on. And we called, and they said, I'm only 15 minutes away. I'll go help him. They went and they got him to a local garage, put the guy up overnight. Car got fixed and sent him on his way the next day. That's what the league's all about, brotherhood.
And Mario, we can't forget how much effort we put in for Toys for Tots throughout the year too. And that's a major deal that we work with every year. We probably got about 300 Marine Corps League detachments that do nothing but Toys for Tots every year. So it's very important. Toys for Tots program is strong across the nation because of the Marine Corps League. Thanks.
Absolutely, over 600,000 children impacted a year, and their 75th anniversary this year. Toys for Tots, and that the Marine Corps League provides massive support for Toys for Tots. And the cool thing about, thank you for bringing that up, Commandant Baker, because Toys for Tots, they don't just deliver toys, right? But they create opportunities for parents who just can't provide that opportunity for their children. And Marine Corps League comes in, supports Toys for Tots, and creates these memorable moments during some of the most challenging times of the year. Thank you again. Anybody else? Anybody else before we go to Q&A real fast? I get some questions in here I want to take care of. Anyone else? Going once, simplify, going twice. So again, got some comments, brotherhood. I'm gonna say there's one question that they don't think I'm gonna answer. I'm an authentic person. I'm gonna answer this question. They're like, when's Mario gonna answer this question? So I got a comment that says brotherhood, right? So this question's been sitting in the chat for like hours, right? Sergeant Major Fields, are you a Marine Corps League member yet? So here's the deal. I am a Marine Corps League member. I just moved from California to North Carolina. I have to renew my Marine Corps League membership. I hope that answered your question. And I'm an honest broker. And let's see. Sergeant Major Fields, good live stream video. Enough said. Respect. Corporal USMC veteran. Ura, Semper Fi, 2002, 2005, San Diego, California. Semper Fi. I'm gonna see if we got anything else in the chat. Yeah. Does anyone have suggestions on how the Marine Corps League can attract younger Marines?
I think one of the ways is to let them know that their families are involved, their kids are involved. It's not just them. We're here to help them with their families, invite their families to functions. Let them know that their families are just as much to us as they do.
And Mario, years ago, they would have the opportunity. The Marine Corps League had opportunity to have their addresses when they left Marine Corps. Because of the Privacy Acts, we no longer have that access. Wow. So if a member is getting out and coming back to his hometown, most of the time we don't know they're there. So it is important that they reach out to us and seek that first engagement so that we can bring them into the tribe. Give us a chance. That's all we ask. Give us a chance.
Totally agree. And you got a family just sitting here waiting to help you. All you got to do is just get on, sign up. Even if you move, you can still connect to any Marine Corps League detachment near your new hometown. They're ready to help you. And it doesn't cost you anything to get the help from all of these amazing Marines and sailors serving in the Marine Corps League. We got Jeff Strauss. Thank you, Dennis. Gave me some ideas. Okay, so thanks, Jeff. Ura and Sal, Ura as well. Let's see if we got any more in the chat. I see someone said brotherhood, sisterhood. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's see if we got anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't see anything else.
National headquarters.
And then we got, thank you for sharing your stories tonight. You truly exemplify the meaning of the United States Marine Corps and also the Marine Corps League on a global scale. This is amazing. Well, thank you for the amazing questions, ladies and gentlemen from around the world. I just want to give some announcements real fast before we motivate and inspire you guys through the virtual world. April 27th, ladies and gentlemen, April 27th, the Parade Deck Season 1 of The More You Give with Jackie Barnum is launching with some amazing guests, ranging from Mr. Peter McDonald, United States Marine Corps. You ready for this one? Navajo Code Talker. Ladies and gentlemen, again, Navajo Code Talker, Ryan Mannion, founder of the Travis Mannion Foundation, United States Marine Corps Foundation, and United States Marine Corps, Brigadier General Salinas, and many, many more. And while we're in this season, you can join myself and my lovely bride. She's a Navy veteran, by the way, Nicole, for our Monday mornings with Mario and Nicole Unarmored. We designed this show to just get you guys some positive energy, get you through the week. If you have a challenging week, you can catch the episode. We'll put a smile on your face. Get on the parade deck. It offers over 30 creators that have something important to share with you and the world. Check out their stories on paradedeck.com. And again, our gracious sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, get on their websites, learn more about their amazing organization. That's Fortis Life Group, and is providing modern insurance solutions for veterans, military spouses, and check this one out, veteran-owned businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I know how important it is to get some insurance, some good insurance for your business and your community, right? And then secure your loved ones in 7 minutes or less with Fortis Life Group. Go to fortislifegroup.com. That's Fortis Life Group. detachments.com, please. And don't forget about supporting our veteran community. April 30th, Washington, D.C., Luke's Wings with their 9th annual Heroes Gala. Get your tickets today before they sell out. And again, those contributions are supporting the wounded, ill, and injured. I would like to thank our phenomenal guests for making this event memorable. People tuning in worldwide. This is the first ever, and I will never forget this event. It's made a personal impact on me, and I truly appreciate you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. I am Sergeant Major Mario Peace Fields. But before we let you guys go, if you love what you do or you want to see some good stuff, get on the parade deck. But we're going to send you guys off in a virtual world in Marine Corps fashion. We're going to say Semper Fi when I count to 3 together to salute you guys. 1, 2, and 3.
Semper Fi!
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Y'all got me pumped, man. I can't go to bed tonight.
That's right.